Well, time now for another check of your forecast. Brittany, you say rain is on the way to start the week.
Yeah, it looks like it is going to impact the middle part of the day, Tradisha, and probably the early part of the evening commute. But by the afternoon, so we're talking 6, 7 o'clock, now once the sun will still be up, of course, since daylight saving time did occur today, not so much of an impact there. So probably closer to about 12 to 4 p.m. We'll get to that in just a second. But we have started to see cloud cover streaming in today, highs reaching the upper 80s and lower 60s, or upper 50s, that is, lower 60s, kind of depending on where you are. Winds on the lighter side at about 5 to 10. So thankfully, the fire danger index not quite as high today. We're seeing this trough of low pressure bringing that lift in order for some of this rain to not only fall, but actually reach the ground. You can, of course, see all of the cloud cover as we take a wider view. The cold front that rolled through yesterday now positioned across parts there of southern Georgia and northern Florida, which is where we're going to see a severe weather risk. So for us, it's just looking like rain and heavy rain at times, but definitely not going to be a huge impact to your week. So overnight heading into tomorrow morning, we're mostly dry, but cloud cover sticks around. That's why temperatures now in the upper 50s. We won't see a pretty significant drop overnight. So while it'll still be cool, we're talking more like the upper 40s, only a very small drop heading into Monday morning. Here we are at 9 o'clock. You can see a few little sprinkles here. Main impact is going to be along and south of the I-85 corridor. So if you're thinking about where you live, Charlotte Metro and south, most likely chance to see some of this rain. If you live closer to the I-40 corridor and north, very unlikely that you see a drop. Here we are 9 o'clock. Here we are 12 and 1. You can kind of see a few more spotty showers as we approach the lunchtime hour. And then by the evening, most of that starting to push there toward the east. Now, I think that this rain will be a little bit further north than this particular model is showing, but it does have a kind of a good idea of how it starts here, moves here, because it is a spinning low pressure system. So we'll see that counterclockwise rotation. And then as it moves away, we are going to see clearing sky conditions very quickly into Tuesday, Wednesday. In fact, Tuesday and Wednesday, some of the warmest days we will see of the entire week. So 76 sunshine, 80 degrees on Wednesday, both days fantastic. And then we do still see a warmer pattern ensuing for the rest of the week. However, this is where we start to see some small changes in terms of a little bit better chance of rain. So we are going to see a very spring-like pattern set up from Tuesday and beyond, where we see opportunities for rain and also warmer temperatures. So really warm air is kind of the trend going as we look at the next 7 days. Now, something else that happens this upcoming week is a total lunar eclipse. So really exciting time to see this. This is actually going to be Thursday night and into Friday morning. The reason why I say that is look at the time that the penumbral eclipse begins, 11:57. So I would argue that most of this is Friday morning, but that's neither here nor there. The total eclipse time frame is all going to be in the morning from about 2:30 to 3:30. Yes, this means getting up very early or maybe having to stay up late. If you're Larry or Chris, you'll probably already be up, so you'll probably be watching it there Friday morning, and then you can see everything pretty much wraps up by 6 a.m. So really cool thing to see if you are up very early or very late Thursday night and into Friday morning. Now, as we look at your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast, thankfully it looks like rain should stay away for that event Thursday night and into Friday, but we are going to bring back in those opportunities for rain Saturday afternoon and mainly on Sunday. Right now, there's a pretty strong signature that we could see some heavy rain on Sunday. We'll continue to watch that pattern over the next few days. Of course, stay tuned for any updates on that, but overall, not too shabby of a week until we get to that next chance of rain by next weekend.